I'm going to show you the making of a stop motion video. Now, stop motion can be very time consuming, but in the end, you'll get a fantastic piece. So today I'm going to show you how to make a really awesome stop motion video step by step. First thing you're going to need here is actually a backdrop. How I would do my first stop motion videos, I would either do it on the floor or on my bed or something like that. But now I have a table right here. And how I used to do stop motion videos, I would have a backdrop. I would have, I would have a custom backdrop. As you can see back there behind the bookshelves, I have custom backdrops back there. But nowadays, how I would do it is that I would use a green screen right here. I have 4 pieces of green paper. 2 of them I place horizontally like this. Place horizontally like this. And another 2 I would, let me get this box out of the way. Yes, I'll be taking this later. Okay. Now that I got the green screen set up, I got 4 pieces, 2 horizontally and 2 on the table vertically. So now I have the backdrop set up. This is another thing that's quite hard for me. Actually picking the monster to animate. I have a whole ton of monsters to choose from. It can be Gamera, Ultraman, and Godzilla monsters too. But I have a whole shit ton of them right here. Most of the time when I do stop motion animation videos, like the test ones, I would either choose like the Revoltech ones, like Baragon right here, the NECA ones like the 54 Godzilla right here, or the monster arts like King Kong right here. Sometimes I would use the Bandai ones just for like a monster brawl or something like that, or some easy animation. Like sometimes for most of my tests, I would just use 2014 Godzilla. So this is the monster I'm going to be using today to show you what I can do with this. So let's plant it down here in the green screen, and let's begin with the animation. All right, now that I'm recording, I have an on-screen recorder right here. So now what you're going to do is you're going to need a stop motion application. So the application I have is called Stopmotion Studio, as you can see on the top left. Now, where do you want to start your movie? So you see the new movie button right here. You can just tap that. This is all on mobile as well. And what you can do now, just ignore the timer. I'll just put it on the bottom here. Now, how do you want to add the pictures? So you can just tap over here on the camera button to add some pictures. Now make sure your lighting and your shadows are at a minimum. And you need a good angle for it. So as you can see, this is an okay angle. I just need it a little higher. Let's try it like this. Okay, good enough. Now, before you start taking pictures, make sure that you get your figure at a neutral state, kind of like this. Make sure the tail doesn't get in the way that much either. Or if you want to have them look down and you can have them roar upwards or something like that, you can just do that. So, now that he's in a neutral state, take a couple pictures. I gotta move the clock again. Put it here. I have six frames, so at a neutral state. So what you're gonna want to do to animate them is that you have to move them like bit by bit, like this, just like that. Take another picture, another bit, take another photo, and now you can keep doing this until you're satisfied. So doing this is like the most time-consuming part of making the video. You just have to keep moving them bit by bit. So I'm gonna stop here, and I'll just. All right, now that animation is done, as you can see on the bottom right corner, I have 60 frames. How do you want to change the frame speed. So here's how it's done. Oh, you hit the back button on the top left. Now it takes you to the panel where all the frames are located on the bottom, as I was scrolling through them. Next you go to the little gear here, the gear button. That will say movie speed up here, and right now it's 12 seconds at 5 frames a second. Now how I normally do it, let me start from the beginning. I would bring it up to about 12 frames a second. That's how I used to do it. Let's take a look and see what happens. That actually does look pretty good, I think. But this is how Ray Harryhausen would do it. He would do it up to 24 frames a second, right here. Let's watch and see what happens. Let me just scroll back. Watch what happens. It makes it look smoother and faster. Now, if you want to make the animation piece look longer, you can copy and paste different frames. Like I'll copy and paste pieces of when he was roaring, like in midair, about here. So you can select copy, touch that frame again, and then hit paste. You can hit it a couple times if you want. So now I have 67 frames, and it's still at 2 seconds. Now it looks like there's a bit of a pause to it, but that's fine. You can decrease the speed if you want to. It's really up to you if you want to increase it or decrease it. I will put it at 16 frames a second. Let's see what happens. Actually, the little frames there, I don't think they're that satisfying. I'm going to delete them. Because with that pause, it just didn't look that right. That does look good. I'm going to put it at 15 frames a second, and that's 4 seconds. And that actually does look like a nice looking roar. So now that I'm done with the animation piece, what do you want to do to upload it? Go back, hit the share button here, go to export movie. Now if you save it as, it's not going to work. If you have a Google Photos account, go to upload to photos, click on HD because it will look good in HD. Wait for it to prepare. If it will prepare. And now click upload once it's on photos. Error, cannot upload media. I think I have to stop. Okay. Now that I got the animation piece done and I have the downloaded on my phone, now it's time to get the chroma key or the green screen removed. So first up, you're going to want to go on the application called KineMaster, okay? So select media browser right here. You can select a photo, and as you can see I have a city photo downloaded right here. It's on pan and zoom. Go to crop here and just hit the equal sign, and then it will just leave it like that. Next up, you're going to want to go to layer and now go to the video section up here. Select your animation piece. You can make the size bigger if you want. I'll make it about here. That should be good. Next, you're going to want to go to chroma key. That would be right here. Click enable. And now it's partially moved away. The top bar, I would personally put it up to 32 or 33. And the bottom, I would put it up to about 63 or 63, 65. I don't know which. I don't care which. There's still a little green showing there, but I will take care of that soon. You can hit the check mark, or you can make it bigger, like this, or smaller. I'll personally have a big monster like this one, and I would just put him about here. That does look good. Hit the check mark. Now if you want, you can trim the photo down to where the chroma key is. I think here should be good. Oh, uh-oh. I didn't want that. I'm not done yet. Alright, I think I have to make this a little bit lower. About here's good. Let's take a look. Now that does look good. I like that. Now if you want to change the color, go to color filter. And you can just change the color of how you want it to look here. Now if you look at the background, it looks blue and nighttime-ish. So I'll try and find some blue background. Kind of like this one, but that's a little bit too blue. That looks more grayscale. I'll try and find one, just bear with me here. One that's dark. Oh, that's negative right there. Yeah, there's a lot of different colors to choose from. Or if you're having trouble finding one with the filter, go to default, or if you want, or you can go to color adjustment. You can make it lighter or darker. I'll make it just a tad bit darker like this. You can add contrast or take it away. Or you can add saturation, or you can desaturate it like this. And it is a little dark, so I'm going to add more contrast to this. If the green's taking over too much, then go back to chroma key and fix that. As you can see, that actually looks better. That should be good. Now let's go back and play it, see how it is. Now that actually looks really good. It actually looks like it's nighttime. I wish it was a little more blue, but that is actually pretty good. I think that is actually really nice. So now that you're done with this part, go to share, hit the share button, save your video to the gallery, go to high definition, and it will export. Just have to wait for it to export real quick. And there we go. Click OK. And now let's move on to the next step. Alright, now moving on to the next part of the video. Now let's go on to the second editing process. So this is my best application that I have. It's called Viva Video Editor. This is where I like put all my special effects in there and whatnot. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to Edit. Oop, my bad. There was just a little something funky going on. Select your exported file from KineMaster. If you need to trim it, then you can just go here and trim it right now. You can just slide it. If you have the yellow bar highlighted right here, it's highlighted already. You can just swipe it very carefully to fine tune it. So about here should be good. Here. Now go left. And let's watch it and find out if it is good. Yes, it is. It is good. Click Add. Select Next. Once you're done selecting all your videos, go to Edit. If you want to add text, you can. I don't want any filters. Sticker, I'll select sticker. Like if you want to have, and I have all the stickers downloaded right here. So I'm gonna put in like a fire effect, if it will show up. And apparently it's not. So let me try something else. I don't know why that keeps flashing here. I have an idea. I will turn that back on. If it's going to work. Just whatever. I'll trim that out. There was action somewhere. Or I'll just go back. Where are you? They were working just a second ago. I'm not sure what's going on. Or I can just download a GIF. You can type fire. Try to find a flame effect. A good looking one, because some of them are kind of crappy. This one does look pretty good. I'll try this. You can make it bigger or smaller. I'm going to make it bigger. I will put it down here, and let's see what happens. It actually does look pretty good. I like the movement of the GIF. It does look pretty good. I'm going to see. And it cooperates well with the animation too. So, and there you have the special effect in there. You can add sound effects in there, but I will use it for another application, which I'm going to discuss next. So, you click Share if you want to export it. You can upload it to the Viva community, but I'm just going to export it for now. Wait for it to export it. The longer the video is, the longer it will take to export. And there we go. And now let's move on to the last part of the video. These are just old files. I'm just going to get rid of them real quick. So you can select the new file that's on the left. The thing on the right's an advertisement. Come up with a name for it. I will call it Godzilla. Because why not? And now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to grab the file and put it here. It's only about 4 seconds long, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add like a bit of an ending to it. I will put in black right here. A little over 5 seconds, and that's okay. I can duplicate it if I want. I'm going to do that. Put that back here, and I will trim it down like this. Now go back and play it, and that actually does look good. I think I want to dial it down more. About here. There we go. That does look good. So now that the video is in there and the ending is in there and whatnot, now you can go ahead and add your sound effects. So what you're gonna do is that you can just spread the video out like this. It doesn't make it longer. It just spreads it out to, you know, see how long it really is and see what you're doing. So then I'm gonna put that about here. Go up here to music. Go to download, and I'll put the sound effect in there. Now, if you wait for it to load, so then it shows you the sound bars in there, and you can trim it if you want. So I'm going to cut it about right here. About here should be good. So I'll cut that out. take the left side, delete it, and let's see what happens. Let's find out let's see what it gives me. Okay, that's still a little too much. Let's try here. Let's try cutting it again. Oh, my ringtone's on. I didn't want that. Alright, let's see what it gives me now. That does look pretty good. I think I have to trim it in just a little bit more. Let me just move that. Let me just bring that out. See what it does. Tad bit more. There we go. Bring it here. See how it looks. I think I have to bring it out just a tad bit. Let me just spread it out more. Oh, nope, I can't spread it out more. This is how far it will spread out. Let's see what happens. That's actually pretty good. I think that's good. But with all this, you can just trim it out, cut it. So just select the sound, hit the knife, or chisel, whatever the hell it is, and then just delete the trimmed part. Alright, let's see. Yeah, that's actually quite nice. I think that's nice. So that's pretty much it. Oh god, that doesn't feel good. Whatever. Okay, so I got the sound effect in there. So now I will produce the video, save gallery, and go to produce. You can change it to HD, SD, whatever the heck it is. Close out the advertisement, and now wait for it to export, which will be kind of quick actually, because it's a short video. Alright, so that's pretty much the making of a stop motion video, how I normally do it. So yeah. Well everyone, that is it for the making of a stop motion video. I hope you learned a lot from this. So, and I really hope that you guys take this information and just make it, and just make something in your own. It did take me a long time to professionalize stop motion, and now I've actually have. So, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys later.